students. We begin with a fresh chapter today, and that's the last chapter of the supplementary year. And the chapter's name is The Beggar. There are many high-five words in this. In my lecture, I'm going to tell you the meaning of each and every word which is new to you. Please see to it that you note down the meanings of those particular words. Well, it's a story about a person who is lying about something, and whether his lies are confronted by somebody or not, or whether he gets caught in the action or not. Let's see in the story. Kind sir, have pity. Turn your attention to a poor hungry man. So this is what the beggar is telling somebody. He's telling somebody to look at him. He's about to say something. For 3 days I have had nothing to eat. I haven't 5 kopecks for a lodging. Now the word kopek over here is actually a unit or monetary unit. That means it's money. So this is used in Russia. It's almost 1/100th of a ruble. So he said, I don't have even 5 kopecks for a lodging. I can't even hire or rent out a room for myself to stay. I swear it before God. For 8 years I was a village school teacher, and then I lost my place through intrigues. Now these words you need to be very cautious of. He says that I am swearing to God I don't have any money, and for 8 years I have been a village school teacher. But there's something wrong happened with me and I lost my job. He says, I fell a victim to calumny. Now these two words, intrigues and calumny, over here means his colleagues had, the conspiracy was done against him. They had put false accusations on him, and then he had lost his job to this entire conspiracy. So if somebody makes secret plans against you to cause trouble or to cause harm to you, so that would be called calumny. And if that thing is affecting you, so this entire statement would be taking the summary of it. It is a year now since I have had anything to do. So he says, ever since I have lost my job, I don't have anything to do. The advocate, he was speaking to an advocate. Sergi looked at the ragged, fawn-colored overcoat of the suppliant. Now, let me go slowly. Ragged over here means very unkempt. He's not dressed properly. You can say by the look of him that he's desolate, he's needy, he's poor. Fawn color over here means the brown color. Fawn color is like brownish in color. So we are talking about the color of the overcoat he was wearing, that was brown. Now suppliant over here means a person who makes a plea to somebody. Plea means he's pleading in front of somebody, an authority or supreme authority, anybody. He's pleading to look at him and help him out. Now this person is noticing everything. This person, the advocate, is noticing everything. What does he notice? He notices his dull, drunken eyes and the red spot on either cheek. So he knows by the look of this person that something is wrong. His face is dull and he is drunk also. People who drink, their eyes are reddish in color, and you will find swelling on their face, and he's got red spots on either cheeks. And it seemed to him as if he had seen this man somewhere before. So the advocate Sergi knows that this person has been spotted by me somewhere, but he's trying to recall where I seen him. I have now had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga. Now, Kaluga over here is a place in Russia. So the beggar goes on saying that I have a job offer over here in the province, in the city of Kaluga in Russia. It's in Russia. So I need money for something. Let's see what. The mendicant went on. Now the mendicant over here, the word mendicant is beggar. but I haven't the money to get there. So he says, I don't have money to go there. So that's what he's asking money for. Kindly help me, sir. I'm ashamed to ask, but I'm obliged to by my circumstances. Obliged over here means forced to. He doesn't like to beg like this, but because his circumstances are not right, he's been forced to beg. Sergi's eyes fell on the man's overshoes, one of which was high and the other low. So he's noticing his footwear also. And he suddenly remembered something. So a flash of memory comes back to him. So he knows where he has seen this man. Look here, it seems to me I met you the day before yesterday in the Sadoya street, he said. But you told me that you were a student who had been expelled, not a village school teacher. Do you remember? So now advocate remembers the same man had introduced himself as a student who had been expelled from the college, and then he says, you never introduced yourself then as a village school teacher. Where is the student? Where is the school teacher? No. So now he starts fumbling. That can't be so, sir, mumbled the beggar, taken aback. Now he's taken aback, he's shocked a little bit that this person has seen me over there. I am a village school teacher, and if you like, I can show you my papers. Have done with lying? No, being an advocate, he is very smart, Sergi. Have you done with lying is what he asks. You called yourself a student and even told me why you had been expelled for. Don't you remember? So he even remembers the conversation between these two, that why was he expelled also was told by him. Sergi flushed and turned from the ragged creature with an expression of disgust. Now see, if somebody lies to you on your face a few days ago, he must have met you somewhere. At that time he had another excuse to give as to why he is asking for money, and today he's got a totally different version of the story. So any human being would just turn his face away from you. Disgust is a feeling of disapproval if somebody is saying lies to you. This is dishonesty, my dear sir, he cried angrily. This is swindling. I shall send the police for you. Damn you. So he's so disgusted by this person. He uses this word swindling means cheating a person for money. So he says, you're so dishonest, you are swindling with me, and then I can get you arrested for this. Shall I call the police? Sir, he said, laying his hand on his heart. So he puts his hand in his heart. The fact is, I was lying. I am neither a student nor a school teacher. All that was fiction. So he says, I made up a story. Formerly, I sang in a Russian choir and was sent away for drunkenness. So he got into the habit of drinking alcohol. So he used to sing in a choir, and he was told to go away from there because he was drinking a lot. But what else can I do? I can't get along without lying. No one will give me anything when I tell the truth. What can I do? So he says, I am saying lies because I don't have an option. If I say the truth, nobody will give me money. If I lie, might be I'll get the sympathy of the people as well as I get the money out of them. What can you do? You ask, what can you do? Cried Sergi, coming close to him. Work. That's what you can do. You must work. So he says, like, why can't, if you are hale and hearty enough, you are healthy enough, work. Why are you begging? Why are you calling upon people? Work? Yes. I know that myself. But where can I find work? How would you like to chop wood for me? So this person says, like, usually when we meet people on the streets also, and if we see they are healthy and they are still begging for alms, we also, our reaction is also the same. Why don't you work? Why are you begging? Is that the simplest job which you could find? That you just go and take money from somebody else, showing your plight and sad condition over here. So he offers him saying, can you chop wood for me because it's winter? And he offers him, can you chop wood for me? I would refuse to do that, but in these days, even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without bread. So he's got another excuse to give, bahana to give over here, saying that even those people who are very skilled at cutting wood also are sitting idle and not earning a living. Who's going to like, well, can I earn a living by chopping wood? Will you come and chop wood for me? Yes, sir, I will. Very well, we'll soon find it out. So he now has a challenge mode coming out for him. He's saying that let's see whether you can chop wood and earn your living. So he hastened along. Hasten means he just walked fast, rubbing his hands. He called his cook out of the kitchen. Here, Olga, he said, take this gentleman into the wood shed and let him chop wood. So he calls out his cook. It's a lady and her name is Olga, and he says, just take him to the wood shed and make him chop wood. The scarecrow of a beggar shrugged his shoulders. Now, when this sentence means, scarecrows are placed in fields to scare away the birds. It looks like it's like a vertical and a horizontal tying of a log of wood or a piece of bamboo, and then clothes are put on it, and then straws put in it so that it looks like a human figure. This man, because of his right condition, he was also looking like a scarecrow. So here he is being compared to the scarecrow, and we call him directly almost a scarecrow in the sentence. He's saying shrug your shoulders, so this is called shrugging of your shoulders, as if in perplexity. So he was puzzled, but he doesn't know because this challenge has come up in front of him very suddenly. Wherein he was expecting to get money, he's got work to do right now. And went irresolutely after the cook. So he didn't want to, irresolutely over here means hesitantly. He didn't want to work, but he did not have an option. It was obvious from his his walk, that he had not consented to go and chop wood because he was hungry and wanted work, but simply from pride and shame and because he had been trapped by his own words. He was not that enthusiastic, chalo baba, it's on camera, I'll go and earn now. He has actually been trapped because of his own words. He challenged Sergi saying that, will I get work or will I be in a position to earn money if I chop wood? Because there's so many people who are sitting idle thinking that they're very good at chopping wood. So because he now is actually biting his own words over here saying, now what do? I will fix. Not that he's hungry and that kind of this thing that I have to work, but he's feeling ashamed now he's fell in his own trap. It was obvious too that his strength had been undermined by vodka. That's the name of a drink, alcoholic drink. Undermined over here means lessened. So his physical capacity of working was actually reduced because of the alcohol. And that he was unhealthy and did not feel the slightest inclination for toil. So he was not that healthy and he did not feel that he was ready to do that hard work. Toil over here means hard work. So he hurried into the dining room. From its windows one could see the woodshed and everything that went on in the yard. Standing at the window, Sergi saw the cook and the beggar come out into the yard by the back door and make their way across the dirty snow to the shed. Olga glared wrathfully at her companion. Now, just getting hysterical, she's got an extra job to do. She has to complete the cooking as well as she's been assigned extra work over here. Glared is look at somebody continuously and wrathfully is with lots of hatred in your mind that because of him I have to do extra work. Shoved him aside, she pushed him aside with her elbow, unlocked the shed and angrily banged the door. So this is how she is actually showing off her anger, that she is very angry at him. Next he saw the pseudo-teacher seat himself on the log. The pseudo-teacher over here means a teacher who is not genuine because he had lied that he was a teacher. Seat himself on the log. So he was sitting on the log the next moment and became lost in his thought with his red cheeks resting on his fist. These are your cheeks, so he was sitting like this because he did not have that much of strength to work. Now let's see whether he pulls through or not. The woman flung down scolded. All this was being seen by Sergi over there, and he was judging by the way she was talking, her lips were moving, that he knew that she's scolding him. The beggar irresolutely, that's again hesitantly, pulled a billet of wood towards him, set it in between his feet, and tapped it feebly with the axe. A billet is a block piece of wood. He kept it in between his feet, okay, because he had to chop it, and tapped it feebly. Feebly over here means weakly. Tapped means actually when you have to chop wood, you have to give a very hard blow of the axe. This fellow is not giving any hard blows on the axe. He's just very weakly trying to hit it. The billet wavered and fell down. Obviously, if you don't give it a very major blow, it's not going to chop. It's just going to waver, means move from side to side, and it fell out. The beggar again pulled it to him, blew on his freezing hands, it was cold, and tapped it with his axe cautiously as if afraid of hitting his overshoe. He was afraid that he might hit on his own feet or cutting off his finger. He was afraid of these two things. The stick of wood again fell to the ground. So the entire scene over here says that he is actually not succeeding in chopping the wood. What happens next? We will see in the next lecture. That will be all for today's